2025 was a busy year for those working in coverage, and it was no exception for those of us in the Stewart's Policyholder Disputes team. So I'm delighted to launch the 2026 edition of the Policyholder Review. Again, we're delighted to include contributions from some of our key broker partners, including Marsh, Howden, Lockton and HWF this year.
I think it's unique for a few reasons. Firstly, we're in a great setting in the Everyman cinema, which I think is unique for insurance disputes talks. There's plenty of popcorn behind me for people to enjoy. From the event itself, it's unique because we've got lots of leading brokers here for interesting fireside chats covering various topics and trends across various lines of business. So I'm very excited about what's to follow.
So this year's event is going to focus on cyber, construction, property damage and business interruption, W&I and financial institutions. I think, as with last year's guide, the aim really is to provide a key summary of the developments over the last year and the core coverage issues and trends to look out for in the year ahead, which we hope will be helpful to policyholders, brokers and other advisors.
Well, I think that perhaps people forget or don't give enough consideration to the fact that with redress schemes, they can go back more than 15 years. That long stop limitation rule doesn't apply if there's been concealment or to any complaints made to the FOS where someone has 3 years from the date of being aware that they could bring a complaint.
So fire safety and cladding claims are unfortunately still dominating the claims environment at the moment, which has led to a hardening stance in coverage from insurers. That, with the increased regulatory and contractual pressures being put on the industry, is unfortunately one of the key trends that I see in 2026, which may cause issues for clients going forward.
So the Policyholder Review is incredibly useful for construction professionals within the insurance industry to help identify claims trends and to also help identify where new legislation has come into force, which may be impacting our clients, and also to provide a good overview of the coverage situation for a particular sector.
So one of the key takeaways as we were talking today is around the cyber threat landscape, that it remains ever evolving. Last year, obviously, there was a lot of press attention on the incidents in the retail industry, but also not just on the retail industry, many industries affected by large incidents creating huge business interruption impact. So we will see that ever evolving this year, I suspect. Threat actors in their minds now, it's not just around financial gain, their aims are for notoriety. So we wait to see what happens this year. In the Purple Book, we talk around the incidents, what happened last year, that the regulatory landscape is ever evolving too, and so there are many key takeaways around what we can expect for cyber in the year going forward.
So I remember when the Purple Book landed on my desk last year, and it was one of the few solicitors' publications that I actually took the time to read from cover to cover. It was incredibly interesting, and I've deployed a lot of the information not only to advance my learning, but also to support our clients at Lockton. And obviously really honoured to be asked to talk in front of the crowd today as well.
And in terms of the property damage cyber exposures that we've been talking about today, there could potentially be catastrophic risks for our clients, but much like COVID, the claims are untested at this point in time. So really this is a call to risk managers to review their risks and exposures and understand what risk transfer options are available to them.
Thanks to everyone who attended, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year.